welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show's Game of the Week is coming your way. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So, almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab in this one, Big Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub-350 ERA, and guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub-2s, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
And he takes a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a miss.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
One and two now on Acuna. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Throw to first. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout.
Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Under it. He's got it, and there's two down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
The 1-0. Swings through that one out in front that time. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
2 out, space is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And now 3-1. That clips the corner.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy, and on the mound in this one, Spencer Strider. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
Very
humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. Strider deals. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
To the right side, all these. One up, one down.
Batting section.
Time to check out the Dodgers lineup.
#6.
A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
And that one is lifted in the air. Profar has a beat on it. Brings it in. 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Shohei.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani went deep in his most recent game. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Strider, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And now 2 balls and a strike.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one finds the zone. It's 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Dodgers down in order. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
Matt Olson.
Glass now back to work. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 balls, no strikes to count.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2-1.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Glass now, ready and deals. Right side, hard hit. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here is Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Fastball for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Second inning here, no score. Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
One down, base is empty. Muncy. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 7.
2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Jurickson Profar. Fastball is outside.
1-0.
And that's off the inside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Caught him looking for the K. Nothing across here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the second. Here's Muncy to hit. Muncy with 4 runs batted in his last game.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most. Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
That one misses. 3 balls and a strike. And a strike on the outside edge.
3-2.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Mookie Betts stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Muncy on at first, nobody out. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on the line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's way outside. Ball 1. And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
It's inside, and it's 3-0. Will Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And they're all loaded up.
So here we go again with the walks. It's been a real struggle finding the zone for him in the past. Now, even if they get out of this jam, these walks add pressure and stress to the entire team.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And a big swing and a miss. The Dodgers threatening.
One ball.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it, but no advance from the runners. And fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more weight than it was supposed to.
Michael Conforto will climb in. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1. Just off the outside edge.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Inside, just missed.
Boom, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that one fouled off. Base hit, one run is in. Here comes the throw, in there safely. The run comes in from second, and it's a two-run single. It's 2-zip.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runners at the corners here, one away. James Outman will hit. Oh, that got him.
I don't care what some players might say. Nobody likes getting hit by a pitch unless you're in a 0-2 count and there's a knuckleballer out there in the mound.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And here's Freddie Freeman. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Bases loaded, one away. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run scores all the way from first. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Spencer Strider out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Hurston
Atlanta,
Waldrop gets the ball
number
now.
64.
This is his first appearance of the
Hurston
season.
Waldrop.
One out, runner at second. Now the number 2 hitter. Popped in the air, left field. Profar settles under it, makes the grab, 2 down.
With how good
Now
these
batting,
offenses
the
are, there's a
designated hitter,
lot of ball game left.
Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Swung on, belted. Going back on this one. And makes the grab. That is the inning. But 9 batters hit in the inning. 5 come around to score. We play 2 full. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Braves nothing. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers.
Funk up the place. We just trying to dance, yo. Turn up the bass. We about to go. What's about to happen, girl? You already know. Taking control. We can take this ride, go faster or slow.
That's in there, going 1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That's too low. And the count 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And that's a little high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side. A dive. Nice stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
So here's Murphy now. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
One out, base is empty. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it onto first. And he'll be safe at first.
Batting 9, the shortstop.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head. But I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty, it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's Orlando Arcia. Swings and misses. Strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 and 1.
Lined, and that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
The right fielder, number 13.
So the lineup flips over. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. Just a slow ground ball this time. They get 1. Onto Freeman, double play, inning over. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And Acuna able to make the grab.
Woo, he was all
Now
over
batting,
that first pitch
shortstop,
fastball.
Mookie.
Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Mookie Betts. Singled and scored his first time. And Mookie takes.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Just missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fastball is outside. Next offering is in for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. That one felt good. It's 6-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
One down. Now here is Teoscar Hernandez. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the third and final game of the series. Yeah, that's fouled off. A little bit high. Yeah, the count 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Now one missed. Here's a 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Get out of town. A solo shot. His first homer of the year. It's 7-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Will Smith to the plate, and that is downstairs, and that is ball one. And there's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That's to third. Riley tosses to first, and they get the out on Smith.
Now
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, bases empty. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
2 down, nobody on. Strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. 3 innings in the book on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Michael Harris.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that chance handled. Over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Ozuna, 34-year-old vet, and though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter. The Dodgers up big in this one, top half of inning number 4. Up the middle, and that one handled. Slings to first. Ozuna is out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Matt Olson up to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And downstairs. Olson tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And Mike Fillmore right on it. He says he held up. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that just misses. Austin Riley hitting on deck circle. Two outs. Stays alive. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Nabs it, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. And midway in the fourth, it's the Dodgers 7 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, James Outman. First pitch misses.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your guys came to do some damage.
That's down and in.
Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Now batting.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Freddie Freeman.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. One down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting, number 6.
Now it's the second baseman. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field, and that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, the designated
Next
hitter.
is the Dodger DH, Shohei Ohtani. Throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runner takes off. Pitch misses to second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
That's outside, and that's ball 2. Just missed.
3-1.
Man on second, 2 down. Into the outfield, base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. Here comes Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. Way high with that one. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And it's even up. Ohtani off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner. Ohtani back in. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. And it hits the fence. Coming home. He'll score.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hurston Waldrop departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the bump, Bryce Elder.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now it's Mookie Betts. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped. Back there. And it one-hops the wall. Muncy comes in to score. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered in this game. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Outside with a breaking ball. That misses the zone. Now 2-2. That one missing inside. Will Smith up next for the Dodgers. Runner at second, 2 down. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Braves nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Inside corner, that's a strike. Now 2-1. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
That one missed. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair.
The left fielder.
He had a pretty big melon, Boo. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. Profar at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. And that one missing low.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Swing and a ground ball. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. A little bit low. 1-0. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He'll circle the bases. His second homer this series, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 10-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Sean Murphy. Reached on a drop, third strike his first time. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
0-2 now. Just off the outside part of the plate.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Outside, and that's ball 3. Swing and a miss. Glass now with the strikeout. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. It's now 10-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Elder back to work. On its way to the corner. And a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And foul ball.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of
next,
pitches
Tucker.
to even that
The
count
right fielder,
up at 2 balls and
Michael
2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Conforto stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Ball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's out number 2.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back
Now
into the
batting,
outfield. There's
center
part of him
fielder.
that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But
Outman.
he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. And another ball.
2-0.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That's a little bit low.
3-0.
Freddie Freeman waiting to bat for the Dodgers.
Hey!
And now a full count.
3-2.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the
The
ump
first
to help him
baseman,
out and
number
make a
5,
call with that last
Freddie.
pitch, but neither happened.
Freeman.
Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Elder throws over.
he's in there.
Back in on a dive. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Elder fires. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. So the Dodgers leave one, but they maintain their 10-1 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. There's a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Just missed.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Outman in and to his right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So the batting order turns over. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And that's outside. Ball 1. And that is out of play.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Swing and a miss as he was late. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And they'll do it again. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. So man aboard, and here is Michael Harris II. First pitch just misses. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2.
Acuna stands at first with 1 out. Good eye right there.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, no strike.
ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. Just off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the strike. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. 2 left for Atlanta. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Dylan Lee, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Johnson, the right-hander, also getting loose. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Swings and misses. Murphy throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Stepping in, Shohei Ohtani. And there's a ball. That's in there. And the count even at 1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Harris puts it away, and there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a foul ball. Ripped on the ground to second. Albies over to first in time. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Braves 1. Top of inning number 7. Here is Austin Riley.
Leading off for Atlanta, the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley.
To 3rd. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Fastball for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
One down, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
That's in for a strike at 95, and the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Now one miss. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Okay.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. Two outs, and that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone.
catcher,
That's a stone cold take.
Murphy.
Sean Murphy next up for the Braves.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2-0. This one in the air, right field, and it falls. And that's going to kick into the corner. Coming home. The relay to the plate. The tag safe. And it's now 10-2.
The batter, number 11. Orlando Arcia.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That'll be it for Glass now, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for the
New
Dodgers,
pitcher for the Dodgers, Alex
number
Vesia.
51.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Man at second here with 2 away. Orlando Arcia now at the plate. 1 for 2. That one's in there. Strike 1. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Murphy at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. Beat it with a fastball. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Braves 2. set for the last
Leading
half of
up
the
for
seventh.
the
Now it's the
Dodgers,
shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Mookie.
And it may be a long shot,
Betts.
but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And a strike in there.
Well, at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Next offering is fouled back. And a slider misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swung on and fouled off. And he'll need a new bat. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, left fielder.
So up next, Teoscar Hernandez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That's in there, and that's strike one.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Arcia whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Ball, no strike.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Timing
Now
on the
batting,
swing was
right
good,
fielder,
able to shoot the
Michael
ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he
Conforto.
probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Michael Conforto. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
That's off the corner.
The Dodgers up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Braves 2. And we're back. We go to the 8th, and here is Ronald Acuna
Leading off for the
Jr.
Braves, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
First offering, and it just misses. Activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Fonda, a left-hander, also throwing. Next one misses, and the count is 2-0. And that's in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Fastball for a strike. On the ground,
Nope,
and that's just foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him swinging.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Harris, batting with one down, takes a strike.
That's the ball.
Just missed.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2.
And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Ozuna stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Misses outside, and now 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
2 down, nobody on, and another ball. And that's in there at the knees.
Careful.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Braves 2. Back here in L.A. on the bottom of the 8th. The batter now, James Outman.
Outman.
Elder back to work. And there's a strike. Foul ball there. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball
The
has
first
become
baseman,
such
number
a great
5,
pitch for
ready.
pitchers to finish hitters off. They try to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Freeman stands in now and watches strike 1. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. And out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 11-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
No, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And now here is number 6. And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty, and a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Strike.
Next offering upstairs. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 2-2 on the way. Popped up left side. Arcia. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei.
2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Misses. 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider, down and away. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. Last chance coming up here for the Braves.
It ain't no surprise, a full moon sits in the sky. You better watch your back tonight because there's no compromise.
All set to start the ninth in this one. Here is Matt Olson. Headed down the line. Hernandez on the move. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Here's the pitch to Olson. Smoked on the ground, a second. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here comes Austin Riley. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch
One ball,
misses,
no strike.
and that is ball 1. And another ball. The Dodgers up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 3. Late on that fastball.
He normally
Three
does
balls, one
damage
strike.
on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And it's fouled away. Struck him out swinging. And they're down to their last out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Profar, the next to
that's a
hit,
ball.
takes ball 1. Profar gets a piece there. Right through there for a strike. Garcia is just 1 strike away. That's off the mark, and the count is even 2-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Oh, a really nice 3-game home series sweep. They came out and, you know, from the first game of this series, really had a determination to play fundamentally sound baseball. They came up with the big hit when they needed it. Pitchers came in, they got the big outs when they needed it. So all the way around, a collective effort that has produced a nice little series sweep.
11-2 the final tally. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.